Disinfection is the process of cleaning something to destroy or remove illness-causing bacteria. There are many ways to do this. You probably have multiple disinfecting agents around your house. A common way of disinfection is the use of chlorine solutions in water. This type of disinfection is especially common in wastewater and drinking water treatment plants, and you probably know that it's used in pools for disinfection. But how does it work? Chlorine is added to water. Strong disinfecting agents known as free chlorines are formed. The most potent of these is hypochlorous acid, also known as HOCl. You may know from your biology class, bacterial cells have a cell membrane made up of a phospholipid bilayer that protects what's inside of the cell from what's outside of the cell. You can think of it sort of like the peel of a banana. HOCl size allows it to slip through the bilayer. And it being nonpolar means that the hydrophobic tails of the phospholipids are not afraid of it like they would be of, say, water. Have you ever tried to mix oil and water? Did it work? That's because the lipids in oil are hydrophobic and are afraid of water's polarity. HOCl has many ways of killing bacterial cells. One of these ways is through the formation of hydroxyl or OH radicals. OH radicals can be formed through photolysis of hypochlorous acid. Photolysis is breaking a molecule into two smaller parts using UV radiation. When UV radiation breaks apart HOCl, it breaks into an OH radical and a chlorine radical. OH radicals can also be formed through reacting with superoxide. HOCl plus superoxide equals OH radical plus chlorine ion plus oxygen. OH radicals are the neutral form of the hydroxide ion. It's missing one negatively charged electron, so it has a neutral charge rather than a negative charge. It's a reactive oxygen species, meaning it's a strong oxidizing agent. They like to steal electrons from other molecules to stabilize themselves. OH radicals kill bacterial cells through lipid peroxidation. The OH radical steals a hydrogen from a polyunsaturated fatty acid. This stabilizes the OH radical, turning it into a water, but destabilizes the lipid and it becomes a lipid radical with an unpaired electron. The lipid radical reacts with oxygen to become a peroxyl radical, which steals a hydrogen from a polyunsaturated fatty acid to become a stable lipid peroxide. However, the polyunsaturated fatty acid has now become a lipid radical, and the cycle continues. As it goes on, more and more lipids are destabilized, harmful byproducts are formed, and the bacterial cell dies. That's just one of the many complicated chemical reactions that occurs during chlorine disinfection. Scientific breakthroughs in disinfectant technology have saved millions of lives over history from preventable diseases. I think that's pretty cool, and I hope you learned something.